Dude, just blow out in there and whatever's in your line, you take it apart. Okay. We got less than half a meter in there, so you can get rid of quite a bit of it. The rest we'll throw on the ground too, just over there. Okay. So you can clean right out.
Well, the good news is we don't need to. We're actually going to suck this back through the hoses to clean them. All right, what's going on? Happy Monday. Dan, what's going on? I see a boom pump, but I see a bunch of line.
Boom pump doing a line job. Just off the back.
Are you going to show me how to prime?
We're going to try and teach you. We'll see if you pay attention.
I've been on a horrible streak lately of plugged prime outs, so Dan's going to show us how it's done. But I brought my Lucky Charm today. You know what I brought? My Weiss Brothers concrete cup, like tumbler.
We're not using 4 and 5-inch lines.
Yeah. Shout out to the guys back in Ontario, Weiss Brothers, who use 5-inch steel pipe, 4-inch steel pipe, 4-inch hose. We're not going down that road today, but we are going to use
Portland cement.
It's not a lot of Portland, Dan.
Well, be enough.
Do you remember what happened in that video a couple months ago where we used about that much? We gave you full rain and then we plugged on the downhill. I don't want to see a repeat. I don't want my bad luck to carry on with you today. So what do you think that's going to give us by the time we mix about a half a bucket of primer?
A third of a bucket.
Wow, that's light, man. We got 125 feet of hose. So what are we going to do? We're going to prime a little bit into the bucket and then throw the primer in the line? Or what are you thinking?
We'll throw the primer in the line, prime in the bucket, and then
connect up and go? You see you got a nice conform clamp here. 150 bar. Well, the whole arrangement. So how do you come off the back end on this thing? This is your high pressure pump. Nice rubber mat, the safety mat in place. And Chris is going to love this. Chris and Mark are going to love this. What size hose are we tapering down to?
2-inch.
2-inch, the proper size. Oh, they're probably, if
it doesn't work, I have extra 2.5-inch on the pump.
I almost think this video now has to be a Saturday live premiere, just because the comments section as we're queuing this up, I think will be gold. Those guys are going to have a lot to say. Okay, so 2.5-inch, tapering down to 2-inch, a little bit of Portland, pour right into the pour. We'll get inside there and show you what we're doing in a bit. What are we actually pouring, Dan? I'll keep talking so that I don't get monetized as we walk past the radio here. Da, 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 da. Oh, I love this. Da, da. Hey, a real conform reducer too.
Yeah.
The good stuff.
Most of my stuff is conforms.
Is it? Most all of it, including all your placing boom gear?
Most of my clamps, generally.
Oh, this is easy peasy.
Nice long 2-inch hoses.
And we have a very special way that we're going to clean the hoses out today, or at least try to. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be amazing. So a load and a balance, just a little bit of slab. Now, Dan, you're going to make sure, you got to make sure to get that wire up. I've been told in a lot of my videos that we should actually be using chairs on the wire. So I want to see, I want to see chairs every 4 inches to keep this wire up, okay? Concrete's only for half an hour, so let's go grab about 1,500 chairs and we'll chair the wire up.
Well, keeping the rebar up, not the chairs.
Exactly.
I mean, not the
mesh, yeah. So the rebar is up.
What
I don't think that mesh.
What the guys do with this is they'll just take little pieces of rebar, like 8 inches, and just throw that all over the place underneath this, and then it sits on the
bar
and the rebar, and its scrap ends hold it up.
What does the mesh really do? Right? I think it's just.
It's when it cracks, it can split.
Yeah, it'll keep it together somewhat. Guys that do Terra will tell you that the mesh is an absolute nightmare. I guess because it does do something. It's tough for them to bust the concrete apart. But yeah, it definitely does not prevent cracking in any way. What it does is when the concrete does crack, it prevents it from heaving and separating to a certain degree. So yeah, the arch there, the archway.
See, there's three rows of bricks in there. 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, that's the structure.
It's the old.
I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down.
Yeah, this little brick is cool. It's the way that it's.
Looks like there used to be a window there, right? At some point.
I don't know. The door here it looks like. Oh, right here. The door.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm sure she's seen some revision over the years. So we're just talking about Dan's Dunnage rack for his Dyka pads. Yes, so that's exactly where we did it on ours. Lots of premium storage space.
So put it so you take the handles, pick it up the handles, put it in the bottom, here, and then the top part here will be where the tapers and clamps.
But you see what I mean with the pads?
But then you got to lift the pads up that much higher to put it in.
Yeah, but I think it's easier on the back, especially for a taller guy like you. I don't know.
I got a new short guy that just started, so he'll be
Dan scouted out a short guy. Oh, yeah, so what we were talking about is Dan's got the 48-inch by 18-inch wide Dyka pads. The ones that have kind of become an industry staple. These guys right here, love these. 2 per loaded working side outrigger is a very good setup for all but the crummiest of ground conditions. We need to build a rack to store them. So we will, or Dan will, just gonna build a rack on this side of the pump to house them. We have a very similar rack on our 39 meter. Maybe I'll try and get a picture of it and insert it here. There's some really good storage space here for it, so I think that's kind of the plan.
turn off the EOC.
Oh, yay, Ergo 2. Yay. Do you have the icon update?
No.
On yours? You don't?
Not yet.
So we're still playing Crayola. Yeah, did you see that new water nozzle in my video?
Yeah.
It is amazing. I think we need a third guy. Get in there. Get in there. Hold the bucket. Turn the bucket. I would have my bentonite mixed by now.
Well, I didn't want to make a big powder of white.
I know. You're being considerate. I get it. Oh, there's a good technique. I like that.
Like that in Ireland.
Yeah, that's how they do it in Ireland. It's the Irish paddle mixer.
Irish cement mixer.
They even painted the shovel green for you.
Here's Scott hoping that I'm going to plug just so that he
Dan,
can...
that's all the primer we're going to use?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
They got on the first holes.
Yeah, don't be a Canadian concrete plugger like me. I have a lot of faith in Dan. I think it's going to go, no problem. And the reason why it's going to go is because we're going to take a shot out of the reducers first.
Yeah.
And then it's just 2.5 and 2-inch hose from there on. So, is the mix coming from the supplier which we use normally?
Yeah.
So it'll be the same mix.
So,
okay.
sure.
It's been a little rough lately. I'll let you know.
So that's why I brought the bigger hose, just in case.
Just in case.
Just
You
in
got,
case.
Just in case. And by bigger hose, I mean 2.5 inch. A big hose, right? So yeah. So in the comments right now, don't cheat. Or if it's a live premiere, the comments, how far are we going to go with this? 125 feet, a couple of 2.5-inch hoses, and 3 2-inch hoses. I know it's not a lot of line, but if you see my videos recently, like I said, it's been a challenge. So I think we're going full pull. I'm just giving Dan a hard time about his cement. I do think it is it really is the best primer in terms of effectiveness.
Our barriers up and then we'll connect this hose up.
Beautiful. Yeah, this is quite a neighborhood. A lot of history here. If they could ever clean it up, it's got so much potential. But like many major cities, it's just kind of turned into a bit of a slum, really. Hey Dan, can you give me some water pressure? I'm pretty sure I just stepped in human feces. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. Oh no, you know what? It was just leaves. The human poo's over there. Good news, I think it was just leaves. It had that squishy feeling though. A lot of high fiber diets down in this part of town. They can't hold it, so they just let it go right on the sidewalk in the street. I wish I were joking, but I'm not. So being that this is a Christmas special and this is the 8 days of Christmas, we're going to do a seasonal hose clean out when we're done. Our little buddy here is going for a ride. Right back into the pump. And apparently 10.4 cubic meters of corn on the cob has shown up at the job site. I found us a pin, Dan. You see what I did? Pretty resourceful, huh? Right? It's not your duplex nail pin.
Down here, I'm wondering, where did you find that? Is it safe to get?
Oh, it was inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm current on all my shots. We're good. Dan, I noticed right away, your hoses are way cleaner than mine.
What?
So your hoses are way cleaner than mine. Dan doesn't suck back cheeseburgers. Burger up, get a nice seal.
Come on.
We're gonna listen for the cheeseburger. I'll tell you when she's home. Here we go. Like a rugby huddle.
like a scrum.
Where's the rest of the primer? I don't know about this. I don't know. Dan, are you sure?
Here, the bucket.
You sure? I got some bentonite in my truck. I could go grab it real quick.
Well, I got bentonite too.
Do you? Okay. Call plan B. I also have a secondary hopper screen. We don't want you to get buster plugged. There's a lot more small rock in this today. Yeah, we'll give that another shoot 15-20 gallons in a good mix. So this came from the dry batch plant, and the sand is a lot more coarse in it. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not, but the sand is much more coarse. It really eats up the water. Yeah, not nearly as much of the crushed half-inch.
14 mil or something?
It looks better today though. It doesn't have all the crushed in it. It's got a lot more like intermediate grade.
It looks like 14 mil.
Yeah. This is me making excuses already. It's got a lot more intermediate grade stone in it. That's why he's gonna make his prime.
That's why.
It does look way better. Not to discount what you've done here, but it does look way better. How's it go? Don't be a dickhead. Use the safety pin.
Yeah.
Hey! Driver, you're safe. There, you're safe.
Taking the piss off.
Hey?
Go to the end. All the way down the hole.
Here we go. I'm gonna go to the end. That wasn't much primer. I don't know. I don't know about this. I can hear it. Oh, you like that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He buster plugged it. He plugged it. No. Where did we get to? Oh, you're up here. Salvageable with a shake? It might be. All right. There you go. Break it and shake it in the gravel? That's what I would do. Or do you think you're going to salvage it?
Here, let that down.
He wants to salvage this so bad.
It was at the taper.
Was it at the taper? Oh, there we go. Oh! You can shake it, it counts as a prime.
Oh, you can hear it.
You can shake it through, you made it. This looks strangely familiar to me. I think you'll get it through with a couple shakes, you're there.
You gotta put it on your shoulder.
Okay, we're just about there. All right. Well, I'm not going to say it was pretty, but you did it. That counts as a successful prime. Well, I did see a couple strikes with the hammer in a competition. Eager Beaver. In a competition that would have you ejected, the usage of the hammer, the blunt force trauma to the hose. You're only allowed to shake it. You're not allowed to hit it with the hammer. But this wasn't a sanctioned event, so you're good. You're good. Okay. Yeah, you'd be DQ'd. But see that? He got way more round rock than I've been getting. All right, I haven't been getting stuff like that. Dan's getting this, and I've been getting that. Me? Dan. I don't know, man. Anyhow, away we go. You guys bring the tools on the bus or something? In the Uber? Yeah. So you put them in bags? Yeah. That's the best ever. Because if they're not, they wouldn't let the tools in the car, right? Yeah. Oh, this is gold, man. Thought I'd seen it all. That is funny.
We want to bring the power for a weekend.
You can strap it on the roof, man. That's great. Oh man, love it. Love it. That's awesome. I think if the driver had spotted this one, he might be a little bit nervous, especially.
Oh yeah.
He or she, especially she. Well, probably more so he. I know. So what do you have to say about your prime? What do you think?
I needed more primer.
So this is 100%. This is going to be a short little midweek video. This just became Saturday morning prime time live premiere. Just so that all those times, all the guys chirping me, all the guys, Mark and Chris and all the boys give me a hard time.
Came out first, it was just pure rocks.
And it was just pure rock. It segregated a little bit, right? Separated a little bit.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that happens to me.
Yeah.
Although lately with the bent night, it hasn't been that. It's been a little bit different.
I think it's their mix. I know they're running low on fly ash.
Yes, it's been tougher. I mean, the thing is, so honestly, tapering down to 2-inch hose, we joke, but tapering the 2-inch hose, it doesn't take much to plug a 2-inch hose on a prime. Even to use straight 2.5, versus tapering down to 2, it's night and day difference.
Well,
so
that's where we started having the problems with just after the taper.
Yeah.
After it tapered down.
yeah, and our 2-inch mix is actually 1/2-inch stone. Like, it's not to say you're going to prime it through every day, especially off a pump like this, where you're tapering down from a 9-inch material cylinder to a 2-inch hose. The odds of making that in one shot, they're not that great. It's from what I see, it's a 30%. Unless you use a ton of primer, and it's honestly easier just to break and shake a little bit than mix up 4 bags of cement and have to get rid of it in the slab and everything else. So anyhow, we're pumping now. You see the placers have their tools in bags. They brought them. The tools were in bags because they brought them in an Uber. I'm not even kidding. They're all in the garbage bags. The tools came in an Uber. It's so gritty looking these days, right? Like the sand, like you said, there's no fly ash.
Yeah.
So maybe they're using some slag instead?
Well, that's what I know for a fact. They're using more reclaim and slag.
Yeah, it definitely has a really gritty. Once it's primed through, it pumps great.
Yeah.
But you can even hear it in the hose. It binds up a lot more.
You can hear, and you put your foot on it. You can't see it in the video.
Yeah.
But you put your foot on it, you can feel it grabbing in there. Like.
See, if Chris and Mark were here, we'd be pulling the 5-inch off the boom and we'd be laying that out.
Yeah, we wouldn't plug.
And we wouldn't plug though either, right? We probably still would find a way to plug. What's the pressure like?
21 bar, 30 bar.
Yeah, which is pretty high for 125 feet of hose, right?
Silver.
Oh, you got silver accelerator too. Oh man.
Silver accelerator. It's hot water. It's probably reclaimed.
Oh yeah, this stuff's
fly ash. So it's,
this stuff's gonna go. Yeah, this stuff's gonna go. It's one of those days when you really want that morning coffee just to hold off. Just hold off for a couple hours. Yeah, no thanks.
Just go to the outlet.
Good shot. Haven't seen one of these in a while. These vibrators where the motor, I believe, is built into the head. I believe. And it's just controlled from here. We tried one years ago and they were a little bit weird because they don't have a lot of weight to get them down into the wall to push through the concrete. I believe the motor's in the head, or is this the motor right here? No, the motor's definitely built into the head. I think the concept was that it'll increase or decrease output because it can automatically detect how hard it's got to work. I believe this is a long time ago, like 15 years ago when we tried one, so feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that was the concept. Anyhow, this is going down good. We should be out of here very quickly. Finally got the swamper you always wanted. Buddy. It's a good looking pup.
Hunting dog.
Is it a hunting dog? What is it, a Labrador something
I don't
cross?
think there's any lab in it.
No? Is it part retriever? I wonder. Nobody knows in the comments what kind of dog is this. Really? Buddy? Buddy? Want to be on YouTube? Yeah, you do. A good looking pup. Seen the movie Goonies?
Yeah.
It's like the bathroom at the Fratelli's restaurant. She's getting tight.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
That's the silver.
Yeah, she's kicking off, eh?
Well, not really.
Middle of winter.
It's not kicking off yet. That's just dried up because it's silver. Like I could easily still slip this up.
Right.
When it's kicking off, then it's not as easy to slump up.
Yeah, it just eats the water up.
Yeah.
I find the first sign when it's kicking off is when it drops into the chute.
Right.
It splatters like 20 feet in every direction, even though the slump's dry.
Yeah.
I guess because it's working all the paste to the outer body of the mud. So Dan, when we're done here, here's how we're going to clean the hoses out today. We're going to suck this guy back through the hose.
Oh
Is that a little sad? Is that a little bit morbid for Christmas?
That's
Well, Christmas will be over.
We're doing it anyhow. So we're going to suck this back through the hose, and then we're going to chase the elf on the shelf with a bucket of water, right?
That's right.
Bingo, bango, piece of cake. And then when we're done, can we pump, because he'll probably end up sitting in the 4 to 3 tapers, my guess. Can we pump the elf
Out.
if he's not floating in the hopper? We'll pump him out into the bucket just for effect.
Yeah.
I mean, if he did end up in the hopper tangled in the agitator, that would actually be fairly fairly cool. But we'll see how it goes. We'll roll
I
the
don't think
punches.
with 2 exist make he'll make it back that far.
Yeah, well, the water might float him back. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, it would be a miracle for him to make it that far. So, yeah, we'll see. I won't show that part of it to my daughter. She does not need to see that part.
He gets older and watches it later.
Yeah, this is how you get from. So how Elfie gets back to the North Pole, right through the pump.
Yeah.
Just about done in here. And then we'll pour, finish this out at the end. This little beam, perfect spot to wet it up, blow it out before we suck the hoses back. For all the trolls in the comments, here, this is for you. There you go. I fixed it just for you. You think we got more than a hopper full in here, Dan? I don't know that we do, hey?
That's not even a hopper.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
Dude, just blow out in there and whatever's in your line, you take it apart. We ain't got less than half a meter in there, so you can get rid of quite a bit of it. The rest we'll throw on the ground too, just over there.
Okay.
So you can clean right out.
Well, the good news is we don't need to. We're actually going to suck this back through the hoses to clean them. In the spirit of Christmas, we will leave you no mess, sir.
Like you're gonna shoot him across the window.
It's probably the right neighborhood for it. We'll launch him down to the docks. See, if it were me, Dan, I think I would almost cut him off right now. I think we have enough, right? So what do you think we do? Do we just wet the hopper up?
That's what I'm
Wet it up, pound it through?
Take
Right.
a couple strokes, wet the hopper up.
Yeah, literally like 2 strokes in there. Okay. Here we go. Now remember, Dan, it's your video. This is your day. I'm here just for commentary. This is your day. Because you're gonna have to answer to the boys.
You're gonna have to do the thinking for me. I can't concentrate.
You're gonna have to
That
answer to the
pizza's
boys in the
smelling
live chat. Yeah, the pizza smell is a little bit distracting.
Empty your chute in here. I think with what's in your chute and what's in the pump, we'll have enough.
Oh yeah, I think we're good, right? Yeah.
I hope I don't have to come in, man. It's all a bit money.
Dan, I think we screwed up and we took too much.
I had to take that. That was in the chute.
I know. I know. No, I mean just in general. I think we should have stopped him earlier. We were slacking. It's my fault because I was in the building and Dan's out here with the radio, so I'll take the blame on that one. So a couple strokes and then we'll wet this up and pump it out. Nice and wet will be the key to getting the elf back into the pump. I got a good feeling about this. So the critical element to getting the elf back is hopefully we get a pocket air through here. Hopefully we get it that low. A little spit.
La vibra, la vibra. La vibra. So we have a half, almost half. You want to blow out the other half into it, or you want to give me 1 or 2 more shots just in case. La vibra, hijo.
Plug?
No, 1 or 2 shots. I think I should fill it up a little more before we clean out.
Oh yeah. Oh, you can take lots more.
Then, yeah, we'll take ages and say give it up a few more pumps there.
Oh, now it's on me. Yeah.
Copy.
Did he say he's taking more from the mixer?
Yeah, he's got once more. He's ready for mixing
Oh, so he can put his lid down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll be perfect then. We're just about to suck air now. We're bang on. Nice.
An inch or two below the line, it's okay with me.
Watch out.
I'm throw it reverse now.
Just level it
Okay,
out,
hold on
call it a
there.
day.
24 nights of dealing with this freaking guy. Having to remember to remove him every night. I'm done with it. This is how we say la vie to the holidays. Okay, Dan, reverse. Chuck her in reverse, wind her up.
Chuck on reverse. You'll wind her up.
Oh yeah.
Whenever you're ready, we'll come back at 04.
Here we go. Here we go, buddy.
No, mami.
Say bye-bye, my friend.
Adios, muchachos. Get that nose in there. Night night.
Bye-bye.
Happy New
Take a
Year.
little water with him. A little drink of water.
Love you, man.
I'll keep going. Yeah, you can keep going with it. I just added it after. That's a happy sound. Oh yeah. We're good. The best part, the hose will be spotless. And all the water goes in the pump, the washout's easy. It's
Fucking
just, it's killer.
Yeah,
As dumb as
break down easy.
As dumb as it looks, it works amazingly well.
It breaks down faster.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Peace out. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, no worries, man. Okay, let's see what we got. Tell you right here what we got. Yeah. Dan, she's mint. She's all the way and she's mint. Show you right here what we got. Oh yeah. Look at that. Beautiful.
Water's still coming out of there.
That's okay, because a lot of the water will fall back down the reducer once the elf goes by.
Hey, where's that pail?
Well, leave the hose out.
Totally stupid, but it actually works amazingly well. So yeah. Oh, the way the elf went in the hose, it couldn't have been better.
His nose.
Oh yeah, his little nose. Yeah. We'll give him that one and come back. Oh, look at the hopper.
There he is.
Okay, we gotta flip that up and pull him out. That's great.
Yes, I don't.
Yeah, he's kind of intact. It's pretty good. I'm gonna give him a little rinse.
Yeah, close it.
Good. Oh, that's wonderful.
Here, put him on the grate.
Oh yeah, I can put it on the rate.
Give me the hose.
Okay. Let me get this part. There we go. I'll show you, eh? Not gonna lie, that was pretty awesome. And we can reuse them. Look at this. This is Dan's floor dry. It's Mother Nature's floor dry. With a little bit of slurry on the ground. Eco-friendly Dan. Old eco-friendly Dan. That'll suck up the residue from all the human urine as well, so that's perfect. You're doing the neighborhood a favor. Okay, Dan. So what are we doing here? Dan wants to be quadruple sure that his hoses are clean. So what's our next plan or next method?
We're just gonna put some water in and push the sponges through.
Which I don't disagree with. I mean, I think the elf worked pretty good, but just the nature of what we did there, I think the responsible thing to balance out the stupid thing we've done today is just push a little ball through, make sure they're clean.
The other thing is, I don't know when these hoses are going to get used next. If we were using them tomorrow and there's a little bit of residue in it, would be fine. But if they're sitting for 3 or 4 months, it might be a different story. Yeah, better safe than sorry. I completely agree. It's the right call. Dan's the responsible one of the two of us here, the responsible one of the group. So yeah, would you call that a successful prime or not? I think because we shook it through, like the one fella there grabbed the hammer, but like you said, he was tapping behind where the concrete
yeah,
was
I don't
over.
think it actually had any useful effect. So I would say that we got that through shaking the hose.
I think so.
So yeah, in a sanctioned event, that would count. So I would say that was, yeah, it was a good prime.
Not what I like, but
I will say the way it went down, I don't feel so bad about my recent performance.
My grout was too wet, for one thing.
You think so? Yeah?
My grout was too wet.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess the first bit of segregation kind of proved that. You know how many guys in the comments are going to say right now you should put a ball in front of it? What do you think about that?
They're probably right.
In the new year, I promise Dan and I will make a video where we will put a ball in the hose ahead of the primer. We'll give it a shot. If it works, you can say that you told us so. If it doesn't, we're going to say, see, we've been telling you this all along that it doesn't work. Honestly, with our material, I have never seen it work. Dan hasn't seen it work. Everybody I know hasn't seen it work. I think if we were doing like 5-inch steel pipe or something with a larger diameter and pipe instead of rubber, I do think there would be some good benefit to it. But for what we do with this small hose, it hasn't ever worked for us. Hasn't worked for me. But I'll give it a try just for conversation in the new year. It is something it's on the list that we're going to try. So boys are going to throw the blowout cap on here, and they'll just pop a ball through. It'll fire out of there like nothing, just to make sure that the lines are nice and clean. We good? Yeah. Final scene. There we go, the grand finale.
Hello.
The grand finale. Don't lose the sponge. Here it comes. It's just gonna fart on that. I gotta move the cord. Do the right thing. Here it comes. Oh, it's a harder sponge. That's why it popped. It's a little firmer.